Are we ready? Bedtime story. Okay. Just a reminder, if you haven't got your name down on the competition post, I think it was about a week ago, wasn't it? Go scroll down, see if you can find it. Get not your name down, your date of birth down. A chance to win a read with me, a video read. So, here we go. What we got? Oh, the oak. My favourite. I've got my acorn and my little basket around my neck because they told me to. So, doing the oak. Let's find that oak. 73. Could be a number that you're familiar with. So, it's called door here, or the door. The tree, oak, door. The moon is the 7th moon. Place on the hand the first joint of the index finger. So we have to go get the palm then, won't we? Now this is strange, only because, right, yesterday when I was doing reads, somebody kept coming through with a missing tip of the index finger. So it could be important, someone in spirit with a missing tip of the index finger, or someone living that you know. Which is Capricorn, by the look of it. Yep, it's Capricorn. So we've got Capricorn energy. It is the colour black. And the stone is white carnelian. The bird is the wren, Jenny Wren. Do you remember? That's the one that brings us messages. It's like a little tiny sparrow, but with a sticky up tail. Tiny little things they are. The goddess Uranum, or Cardia. The planet of Jupiter. The musical note of F. The symbol is the crown of fire. So fire signs may be important. The message, a time of strength, the tree of courage, our fiery nature, and manifesting our will. The Ogham word is strength, highest of bushes, most carved of craftsmanship. The flower essence is oak. The goddesses of oak are Uranum and Cardia. The fuel of the midsummer fire is always oak. The fire of Vesta was fed by oak. Deer means door, and we know about Denver, don't we? In the deck, the oak door. It is the tree of endurance and triumph. Its roots are said to extend underground as far as the branches reach upwards, so as above, so below. It rules the month of July. Magical properties: sun, fire, protection, health, money, healing, potency, fertility, and luck. Druids would not meet for rituals unless an oak was present. The word druid possibly came from deer. Oak was sacrificed to the underworld as the life giver. In ancient days, the tree could not be cut down unless mistletoe was hanging in it. Oak is the attractor of lightning. It is a sign of strength and endurance. Deer is the power needed to overcome all tests. The power of the oak will make a heroine out of one who knows it. Deer is a gateway to inner realms, a sign that reveals the truth about past actions. This awareness gives strength and vision to one who sees beyond the horizons of time. Deer is the gateway to new understanding. Be willing, if you feel ready, to court the lightning bolt by taking action now. Also, there is a need for protection, a need to shelter oneself if not quite ready, so that strengthening can take place. draw strength and endurance from the oak. The common oak is the oak of myth and legend. It is often called the great oak, and it grows with ash and beech in the low-lying forests. It can reach a height of 150 feet and the age of 800 years. Along with ashes, oak were heavily logged, so that remaining giant oaks are only a reminder of forests of old. Common oaks are deciduous, losing their leaves before summer and growing new leaves in the spring. They are occasionally cultivated in North America, as are the similar native white oak, valley oak and Oregon oak. Other oaks common to this area are red oak, water oak, grey oak, live oak, and the post oak. All oak are members of the beech family. I am a god, who but I sets the cool head aflame with smoke. I caught the lightning bolt, but my feet are rooted in the earth. I am the stout guardian of the door. In this cycle of the moon's turning around the earth, Armageddon sings, I am a god who sets the head on fire, so tempers will flare. Fire is most definitely all around us, and the fire of the sun has reached its peak, the night now of its shortest length. We celebrate with the fires of the midsummer celebrations, lighting even the shortest of nights. The sun, light, has now reached the limit of its growth. Soon the dark will begin to advance, but it will be a while before we begin to really feel what is happening. For now, this climax of the power of fire is where we place our focus. How do we best use the gift while it is so freely available? Since this fire, the light of the sun, is essential in maintaining life and growth, now is the time to internalize it and store it in some inner place within where we can tap into it when it is begun to weaken. So in this season, we are trying to set ourselves on fire within ourselves by using the power of the sun to achieve this. There is, in the spiritual teachings of the East, a fire-depicted rain-headed serpent that coils up along the energy channels of the body, so the year of the snake could be important, or something about our veins and the blood within it, gaining strength as it reaches each energy center of the body until it bursts forth at the crown of the head, bringing us an aha moment. So maybe you need to take more iron or vitamins to improve your blood. Manifesting as a great light, the Kundalini energy is available and worthy goal of the season. As the moon waxes, we turn our attention to the sun's heat, paying attention to how we absorb and utilize it within, so solar power could be important. On the full moon, we come to the coiled serpent of our aroused, sometimes sexual energy, which will, if acknowledged and put into play in a great spiritual act, we shall indeed set our heads on fire. As the moon wanes, we further internalize this, making our captured power of the sun's zenith secure at the center of ourselves, so that even in the coldest and darkest depths of the dark, we are able to guide and fuel us. So these fuel shortages and stuff, we will get through, is what they're saying. I am one with the crown of fire. She is awakening. Magic is afoot. She is arising. She is dancing. She is glowing. She is radiant. She is brilliant. She is beauty. Turn back the wheel, lest we burn. She is splendor. She is shining. She is setting. She is fading. She is dying. She is peaceful. Magic is afoot. On the earth, in the air, through the fire, by the water, I am magic, the oak moon's daughter. Uranum is the great goddess mother. So mothers in spirit again. Creatrix, ruler, the goddess of all things. She was born out of chaos. So something is going to be born out of the chaos. And immediately she set about separating the water from the sky. She began a beautiful and sensuous dance of creation across the water. So water dance, could be important. She danced faster and faster until a great wind grew behind her. So Ersan's Uranim caught this wind in her hands and created a great snake. So there was born in the year the snake again. She named him Ophion. Ophion watched Uranim dance across the waves and was filled with lust. He coiled his body around the goddess and made love to her as she danced. Transforming herself into a dove, so peace from the chaos, the goddess birthed the universal egg, the planet Earth. As the egg burst open, the earth spilled forth, and all the plants and animals were born. Uranim was pleased with her creations, but when she saw Ophion strutting about, boasting that it was he who was responsible for this marvellous creation, Uranim banished him from the heavens. So he took credit for something that she had done. Uranim was pleased with her creation. She also created the 7 planetary powers. Theia, Hyperion were given the sun and the power of illumination. Phoebe and Atlas were given the moon and the power of enchantment. Dion and Cruz were given the planet Mars and the power of growth. Metis and Coas were given the planet Mercury and the power of wisdom. And Themis and Iridum were given the planet Jupiter and the power of law. So all those names and all those planets are important. Rhea and Cronus were given the planet Saturn and the power of peace. So truth and peace. Uranim, wide wandering, refers to her as the moon travelling across the sky. She was called exotic dove, or Iahu, by the Sumerians. From space I arose, awake in the great nothing. That is all potential. The great swirling field, the empty void of space. All that can be, all that is, my joy so complete. Being overcome with delight, my body moved in ecstatic pleasure, ripples of laughter bubbling forth. I am lost in my intensity. I dance forth creation, dividing earth and sky, dancing on the waves, birthing the north wind, creating in my joy, lost in my dance. I am all that is. So you are creating something. It could well be a child, and it may be an Ersan child. Again, the name Jennifer is important, Jenny Wren, and also female naval officers. I don't know what you call them when they're ordinary. In the army, the privates out there, I don't know what they are in the navy, but a normal seaman. Wren is the king of all birds. It's attributed to charm. Wren teaches the gift of song and good cheer, and one begins to participate in the celebration of life. So you may be going to a celebration where there will be song and dancing. The wren symbolises wisdom and divinity. It is difficult to actually see a wren. On the new year, a young apprentice druid was given the task of travelling into the countryside in search of a wren. His task actually that of finding hidden wisdom. If he found a wren, he would take that as a sign that he would be blessed with the inner knowledge in the coming year. Finding a creature small and elusive to the point of invisibility was a metaphor for finding the elusive divinity within life. Troglodytes, the wren, that's what we used to call us, a pub I used to go to when I was a kid. The wren is one of the smallest European birds. Colouring is a rich chestnut brown, barred with dark brown above, somewhat paler below with less barring. The tail is characteristically narrow and carries a cocked upright. Flight is low and direct, on short, rounded, wearing wings. Their call is a scolding chirr or a sharp tick-tick-tick. The song is a musical extended series of rapid trills and clear high notes, usually ending with a flourish that is astonishingly loud. Wrens have always flitted through the undergrowth of our culture. Druids kept wrens for divination. In Celtic mythology, the wren was the oak king, but it was killed at the winter solstice to make way for the robin. the spring, the spirit of New Year. Medieval folk observed the direction in which wrens flew to determine their luck. In modern times, the image of the wren may have gone from the backs of farthing coins, but it remains popular in many designs. Even though the early belief and folklore has been forgotten, the wren still has a nest in our affections. A wood without a wren is a very sad place. White carnelian is in tune with the energies of the earth. Its strong connection with the earth makes it a good stone to help keep you anchored and comfortable within your environment. Carnelian's grounding influence allows you to feel settled and more secure. Carnelian's stumbling energies or stimulating energies, should I say, influence the reproductive organs. So like I said, be careful if you don't want to get pregnant. This stone has long been used as a fertility symbol for that reason. Carnelian can also help to stimulate creativity. It seems to have a clearing effect, dispelling negative energies as it replaces them with positive ones. This can make it easier to find direction, and its grounding effects can make it easier for you to feel in control of your life. This makes carnelian a good stone for people who feel like they are going nowhere. Carnelian can help with motivation, allowing you to find the energy to make the most out of your life. It is also said to help purify the blood and the liver, so once again, lacking iron maybe, giving you more physical energy. This makes carnelian a good stone for people considering new projects or new directions. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Night. Sleep well.